Greetings, people who watch this stream live on Twitch or archived on, shall we say, YouTube. Hello, welcome. Kangavango, hello. Albastru, hello. Hello, favorite typewriter inventor Paradise. I wonder what you'll come up with next time. Interesting. Very interesting, some might say. Exceedingly interesting, some others might even say. But I don't think I would go that far. So, Lisa, hello, welcome. Hello, hello. Yes, there is this. That is the stream title, yes. Actually, right now that's all good. That is all good. So, last time, also for some reason the cobblestone texture is black on the map view. I don't know why. Last time we built some stuff over here. I promise we built more stuff than this. Let's just let it catch up. Ah, there we go. So, what will we do tonight, Paradise? The same thing we do every night. Try to finish the MVR. Placing fence posts everywhere. That wasn't the melody, but I couldn't figure out how to make that work with the melody because it was too long of a sentence. In an action-packed stream like this, what won't we do? Well, logically, the opposite of all the things that we will do. Like for example, have normals facing inwards here. That's not something we will put in place. That we won't do. I'm going back to my normal house. Okay. Venture into the world of Minecraft, I'll bust through. That is true. I'm taking Violetta and the babies with me so they can fledge in a more fitting environment. Okay. Yes, that was the reference. Oh, look at the object you've got active, Paradise. Yes, isn't that a lovely coincidence? And the locomotive. Does the locomotive happen to be a certain, how shall I say, Starling 8-foot single wheel? Also, are you sure that this isn't a little too modern? Are you sure? Ah, yes, this one. I mean, this one's definitely too modern. The taxi locomotive. I remember when I first got Trainz, I used to look through the entire locomotives list, and every new locomotive I found was like unpacking like a new model railway locomotive. Back then I didn't know about the DLS yet. Looks like 60s, 70s a bit. Yeah, I think it might be a little too modern, but yeah. I mean, it looks great, the asset, but I think it's a little too modern. Actually, interesting. Right. Yeah, I'm not going to use it here, but thank you for the suggestion. Right, so I actually want to do some stuff. First I want to put in this intersection here. Then I want to put in the buildings around it. And then I want to get to actually texturing this and putting in grasses and bushes and stuff like that. Although, actually, before that, we probably should decide on what we want to do with this side of the station. So, let us do that now. The doing it has commenced. Let us do this now. Right. So, from there, reaching back to about there, looks good. In the meantime, my local pair are not heard from apart from what I told you. But yeah, it's nice to have owls nearby to hear at night. It makes you feel a bit more connected to nature, I find. Perhaps best to get rid of it, yeah. But I also downloaded a few taxi roof signs about half an hour back. Yeah, but I don't really think that I've got much use for those. Because, I mean, putting them on cars that aren't already taxis is just time consuming. Why don't I just use taxis in that case? The whoop was really loud. Yeah. Like, it sounded like it was right next to me. Yeah, great. Also, I have many plans again for tomorrow. Many plans indeed. Plans ranging from making more constant Anne to making more thermoelectric generators to actually maybe even using something a little hotter than the lava on the other side of the packed ice, to connecting it up with wires, to probably even starting up the excavator for the first time. And then, who knows, maybe the track laying will commence. Okay, and here I will of course have to just cut across all of that. Then I'll need to put this over here. But yeah, I looked up the power production, like the maximum power production of the thermoelectric generator. So with the best vanilla items that are available, although I'm not entirely sure if that was for the version of immersive engineering that we've got, but the one that I looked up, the maximum it can produce is 42 energy per tick, and the excavator uses, to be at maximum efficiency, uses 4,000 per tick, which means I would need, well, 4,000-ish per tick. Oh, bye-bye VGR. Thanks for stopping by. Even if it was only for a little while. I wish you a restful night. Not an arrestful night, just a restful night, yes. Yeah, so that means, I mean, it's a little bit more than 4,000. So I would need around 100 of the thermoelectric generators to power the excavator at maximum efficiency. I do not have the resources for that. But I think that I will be able to make a bunch more, not that many more, but a bunch more. So it will be somewhat efficient, because you can run these machines with less than maximum power. They just won't run as fast. So with that, actually, do I want a pedestrian crossing here as well? I probably do. Well, how do the pedestrian crossings work when there's a medium in the middle? Which is a bit redundant. I wonder, does it just go straight across in front of the medium? Let me just quickly look. I should be able to find some instance of a medium. I know that there are. I'll have a look in New York. It's probably a good place to search. Yeah, so come on. Actually, Manhattan might not have this. Anyway, yeah, so now the thing is that I need more power for just the normal machinery anyway. Yeah, I can't see any inroads with... Actually, maybe this one. No, because it's all one way, they don't appear to have this sort of thing. I thought there was something like that over here somewhere. I don't know. Seattle? Sure. But yeah, so I need power for just the regular machinery as it is. And if I connect the thermoelectric generators that I've got at the moment, or that I'm going to connect onto that, if I connect that to the main power grid and connect that up to the excavator, then the excavator will drink every last drop of power out of the entire system, including the water wheels, which means that while the excavator is running, literally nothing else will be able to run. So, yeah, that's not a medium. Look, tram tracks. Look, they even go a little bit wobbly to have a larger radius for the turns. Look at that. Interesting, but not what I was looking for. I don't know. Tell you what, I'll have a look on the DLS, because maybe there are some assets in this range that would work, because this is epoch. Yeah, so that isn't going to work, because what I want is for the excavator to just Ipcot, sorry. What I want is for the excavator to just mine away. This might be it. Station crosswalk. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so for it to be just running in the background without me having to do anything. Let's try this one. And if I hook it up to the normal power network, then I'll have to turn it off every time I want to use any other machine, literally. So I'm probably going to have it on a separate network, so that the hold on, control aim, Epcot. It is a spline. Do we think that that might work? It's a bit wide, granted. But if it's just going across like that, then I might as well just use the normal spline I was using before. Which means I'll have to bring this in a little bit more. Yeah, so I'm going to have it be on a separate network, so that the excavator can drink all the power it can get its shovel on. And then it doesn't matter if that's all drained dry, because that power isn't needed for anything else. So the rest of the base will still work as it is now. It won't be affected by that. And then I might build a secondary thermoelectric setup to the side of it that is hooked up to the main base network, because each of the thermoelectric generators produces more power than a single water wheel, and they can be stacked in a smaller amount of space, because the water wheel needs a large amount of setup around it, because it needs all the space for the water to flow, and then you need all the space in the middle, then you have to have the kinetic dynamo, and then you've got to have all of that stuff for it to work. Whereas with the thermoelectric generator, it's literally just one block. And then, of course, the hot stuff and the cold stuff on either side, and then you just attach the wire connector to that. So I think that will be quite efficient, especially if I connect it down where the crusher is, and where some of the other machinery, like auto crafters or stuff like that, will likely also be located. Although that may still have to be seen in the future. So yeah, that's part of my plan for tomorrow. And then, of course, also, once the excavator is actually running, I want to see how expensive a world spike is. And then if it's not too expensive, I want to put one there. Also, why can't I can't insert a spline point there. That's slightly frustrating. Oh, I could insert one there, apparently. Not over here? Maybe if I turn the camera slightly. Oh, there we go. Yes, turning the camera slightly worked. Lovely. Do we actually like how this looks? Yeah, I think that's pretty much the only solution to this that's actually going to look somewhat decent. Right, so yeah, so I'll have a look at how expensive a world spike is, and if I can afford it, then I'll put one of those by the excavator so that it can excavate while I'm off doing other stuff, namely making the first train and telling it to place the tracks, because that's something that trains can do with the proper minecarts attached, of course. And so, yeah, that's pretty much my plan for tomorrow's Minecraft stream. It's a little sneak preview for when we actually tell our plans. Actually, when we do that, I can ask, when I ask, so what's everybody got planned today? And then you can ask, then you can say, actually, Sharadice, what do you have planned today? And then and then you can say, actually, no, don't tell me, let me guess. So, I think, I get the impression that you've probably got planned to, and then you can basically say what I just said about what I've got planned, and then everybody will be astonished and shocked. What do you think about that? Actually, I need one more crossing over here. Right. Maybe the median would not meridian. Maybe the median would have a stripe of pavement across it. Realistically, that may very well be the case, but I couldn't find an object for that, and I don't really want to. Actually, what would it look like with this? Could I just put this pavement over the top? If I raised it up a bit. I could do that. But the thing is, it's so because it's by the junction, it's so close anyway. I don't think it's necessary here. Maybe I'll try designing the next junction with that in mind. Globe view, not necessary. Alright. Whoa, yes, the tram tracks. Sure it is. What I'd do is just have a normal pedestrian crossing straight over the median with some sidewalk where it crosses over. Yeah, I'll try that on the next junction if I remember. That has the median. Someone have £70 to spare? No. I do not, sorry. I did not know that was a thing. To spare? No, unfortunately. Can't someone write down what Charles just told us? I mean, you can check the archive, which will be available on YouTube about, well, probably sometime tomorrow, because the Minecraft stream is currently exporting. So let's have a little listen to the Minecraft stream exporting over there. 1 second. Yeah, so that's basically the Minecraft stream exporting that you've just heard. Also, this is wide on one side than on the other. Hold on. There we go. That looks a bit better, although this is a little too wide still. Okay, that's good, I think. Yeah, but that's the one from, well, the last one, so Friday's one. So it's Kango's main POV. I'm glad you won't make and/or put down signs next to that pedestrian crossing that say crossing only allowed between 1300 and 2000 hours. That would be annoying, to say the least. You do it. I wasn't paying attention. And I don't remember it. But yeah, Minecraft stream goes. Brr, literally. Yeah. Also, this needs to be reduced a little. Also, I was Dartmoor today. It was lovely and windy, and there was a bit of sunshine, and it was windy, and it was also a little bit cold when there wasn't sunshine and it was windy, but not too cold, because walking up hills tends to make you a bit warm, but it was windy. It was very lovely. I saw 2 bees today. Both of them were sitting on dandelion flowers. That is true. I was the wind. Ooh. Also, there was a fun bit, because I took the bus, and along one bit, the bus happened to be going the same direction as the clouds were being blown in, and so we were just at the edge of the shadow of the cloud, and so the bus was racing the cloud, and it stayed with it for a good 30 seconds before the road turned off. Although I don't think anybody else in the bus saw it, because they were all too busy staring at their supercomputers to go cloud shadow watching. Okay, arrows. Aww. buzzing by to say hi. Oh, hello! Welcome! That's the wind? Haha, that's interesting. Yeah, it was. Sad but true. You mean about the wind, or...? Okay, so right through. And then we need left through. And yes, it is a little difficult to tell what's going on, I will admit. No, I don't mean in general, I mean just because of the spline points. Okay, now I'll just put some traffic lights down. What is going on? Oh right, what is going on? Well, you see, I was talking about my plans for tomorrow's Minecraft stream, and I was basically saying that, well, I was planning to begin by having the original thing, well, with the Constantan and the power hooking that up to the excavator so that the thing might work. And then add some tracks if that is actually something that we get to in the stream. And so basically, yeah, that's what's going on. Sorry to repeat myself. Nah, everyone just always gawking at their mobile telephones, both in public transport and out in streets and everywhere else. Although gawking might not be the right term to use, because isn't gawking specifically if you're like staring for because something is, I don't know. I'm not sure that that's the right word really. But I know what you mean. But no, don't fade away. I need to copy this down. Well, I mean, who says that I actually faded away? What if you just fell asleep because it was a repeat of what I had just said? Could that be the case? It's okay if it's okay if that's the case. Roaring said come after. Well, gawking, staring. Impossible? No. Improbable? Also no. Either of them. Right. So, it looks like we've gotten our intersection there. Now, do I want to put in the buildings first, or do I want to do the station bit first? Let's do the station bit first. So, I could have it raised up on this side, like it is now. But then we'd have to have some sort of ramp for the road to go up there, which means we'd have to have at least one more intersection here for it to go all the way up, and then parking over on the side. And I don't think that that's necessary. I think if I basically copy the side over here, and then copy that over on that side, and then we can still have this be a bit of parking. However, I'll then won't have to have a ramp going up. Or would it be more interesting if I did it the other way? If I did do it the other way, then we may need a retaining wall here. Tell you what, that might actually be more interesting. Let's have a little play around and see if that would actually work how I wanted it to, or how I want it to. Let's grab the retaining wall from over here, if it loads in. Come on. Retaining wall, there we go. That should be tall enough. But maybe not tall enough. Okay. So, the other way around, please. So let's say from there along here to there. That's of course too tall. It would be good if it said how tall the wall is, because then I could subtract the other number. But it looks like it might be -5. That's too much. -4.5 perhaps? Almost. 4.6. Oh, that's the other way, sorry. Let's try 4.2. Is it literally just 4? Yes, it would appear to be literally just 4. So 4.1. Not 41. 4.1. Yeah, 4.1 works. -4.1. Put that there, put that there. Then take this. Over to here. Also, it looks like the wall is 9 meters tall, because this is 5 meters and 4 meters means it's level, which means it's 5 plus 4, which is 9. So there you go. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Right. So interesting, because now now ideally I'd like to have the road going on this side, but I can't paint the road onto the spline. So I might have to put sidewalk along here. Actually, is there a wider version of this? Let's have a quick look. Downtown pavement. Not pavement. Pavement. No, there is not. Okay. So I can just easily put that there and extend that to there. And yes, we're at this point still in the testing phase to see if I even like this enough to want to make this into an actual feature here. But it's looking quite likely currently. Okay, set that. This bit just has to be wide enough to cover the entire edge of the spline. Which this may be. Yes, you heard me. There we go. Oh, that's so close. Maybe try the ×2. Proposed can go. Can go. 9 plus 4 equals 1. 1. So, will you put a door in that wall? Probably not. I start swirling. Although actually maybe it could be quite nice. Although if you've got, I suppose, yeah, if you just want to cross underneath the tracks as a pedestrian, it might be useful to have just a walkway coming out of the station here. But then if you're going to do that anyway, why even bother having the station building up there? Although maybe you don't have to think about it that much. There we go. Does that actually add something? I don't know yet. I'll keep it there just so I don't forget to have a look when I've put down the other things. If I even want to keep it this way, which is not entirely decided yet. Okay, well this looks at least this looks like it will work. Technically. I still want to make the technicallys thing at one day. Good old technicallys. Okay, so now how... Good question. How would I make this go down? So if let's just put this here to have a base, an anchor point basically. And I think I would want this to come down and branch off over here somewhere. Maybe not, well, actually maybe at this intersection. Okay, let's try that. So I'm going to have a little straight piece, and then a corner, well, a curve to about there. Connect that. But this can't, okay, this, I have to have a little straight piece there so that it actually functions. Also, this needs to be over a little bit more. Just about like so. That doesn't seem to be too sharp of a bend if you consider that you can go from here over there. Probably. Actually, let's see. Let's test this. Technically, is official Patreon exclusive shows, comic strip. I mean, yeah, I mean, well, official Patreon exclusive. I don't know. The thing is, one, I would want people to actually have a look at it and read it. I know, contrary opinion, but still, that's what I would want. And so I would want to publish it through either some sort of self-publishing portal, or maybe I'll go over to Black Mesa, I don't know. But I don't think Patreon exclusive. Maybe Patreon exclusive, maybe that could be like in development things where maybe a bit of concept art or stuff like that as I'm making it. Maybe that could be a thing. But then, so for those who are actually really interested in it, that they can then pay a little bit of money to gain access to some of the behind-the-scenes material. But then again, if I've already got that material, why not use it as, well, promotional stuff? If I posted that stuff on, for example, my Discord server, or if I made videos about it, like progress videos showing that stuff, then I mean, yes, I wouldn't directly earn money from it as I would with Patreon. But the thing is, with Patreon, I mean, who would even know about it to even be in a position to potentially pay to see it? I don't know. Should I read it? I haven't quite read chat yet. Ah, true. Oh yes, now I have. Good. Which means that now those statements are true. Would you make the comic strips freeware, but the animation shorts payware? No. If I did do that, then the comic book would be payware. Oh, Mr. Snipes, hello. Trainz is what this game would be called if T didn't exist. Yeah. Although I think we can thank T for existing, because without tea, I mean, what national drink would Britain have? The joke is that tea didn't come from Britain. Also, it looks like I'm going to have a little straight section of this just underneath there, just so that I have something for this to hook onto, basically. Yeah, I actually think that this looks quite good. It makes the scene more interesting. Silently clears throat. Wahahahahaha. That wasn't silently. You quite clearly did it very loudly just then. But yeah, if I did ever make a Technicles comic, then I would have to do so much research into Greek mythology and actually I don't need this to be straightened yet. And yeah, into Greek mythology and history, because even though most people reading it probably wouldn't notice, I would know. And you know that when I do a project, I try to be thorough with it, especially when it's something that I care about. Like, for example, Trainz. I care about Trainz usually. So the MVR, I'm trying to be quite thorough. Does it show? And so, well, I would have to do a whole bunch of research. Also, do I want the retaining wall to go all the way up to there, or is it okay if that's grassy? Let's see, if I separate that, then lower that. Yeah, well, if I put this, then I'm going to have the entire sidewalk going across there. If I do it like that, however, actually that's not going to work. Hold on, maybe if I put it in closer, so that it's from there going to here. I don't even think Britain invented bags. What are they even good for? Bags or inventions? Okay, I need to actually pull this over a little bit more. I was going to see if I could get away with just leaving a bit of a floating gap there, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to. So something just sort of like this. And we can have a little bit of grass along here as well. Oh, Mick is cool. Oh, hello and goodbye. Yes. Oh, and... Alright. Yeah. I dusted off the old wheel today and have been honking my horn and eating burgers, yelling America a lot in ATS. I'm glad you added the in ATS. Okay, there we go. That is spilling over a little bit. Hold on. That should not do that. There we go. I think this looks quite good. Except for this not actually connecting in properly yet. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And then we'll have this as a parking area up there. Yes, Mick School, hello, bye. Yes, sounds like a delightful time. Just imagine that message, but like this. I dusted off the old wheel on my truck today and have been honking my horn and eating burgers, yelling America a lot. I mean... Would that necessarily be wronger? Also, I think I will bring this spline back to here. Delete that. If this be like that, that's good. Tell you what, I'm just going to bring in a little bit of... I'm not going... Should I? Okay, yeah, I am going to save, and then I'm going to put in the grass texture now on all these baseboards. And then we'll see how we go on from there, because I want to have a better idea of what this actually looks like. Current section only, yes. Oh, that's the wrong asset. Hold on. That's the one I wanted. Yes, I would like to continue. Yes, please continue. Over here, yeah, continue. Good. And that one back there, you actually don't see. So, I don't think... Yeah, I don't think we'll actually need any sort of grass texture over on this one. Oh, on this one probably, for that matter. Well, well, yeah, because we don't actually see back there. Okay. Doesn't this just suddenly look a lot friendlier? The same cannot be said for recently assimilated Borg, however. Well, cannot be said in truth, I would like to add. Okay, and this I need to very, very gently fix like that. Everyone is different with their passions they like to express. Orient Express. Also, Mr. Snipes, did you hear about Smarty's work in progress Peterbilt 350 for ATS? It's estimated to release sometime this spring. I've heard nothing about anything, Kango Fango. Ah! That's such a funny exchange there. Also, Mr. Snipes, did you hear about Smarty's WIP Peterbilt 350 for ATS? It's estimated to release sometime this spring. I've heard nothing about anything, Kango Fango. Ah! You may be interested. And yes, there's the link to the forum page. Yes. Lovely. But now back to Trainz. We can't have too much truck content on here after all. Also, does this already have... Yeah, I think... Okay, we've got a spline one there and we've got one over there, so I can just drag this one over to here. Drag that one over to there. And then I'll need to move the streetlights over somewhere. Okay, and this needs to... Does it already have... I don't think that has a spline point anywhere there. Let's just add a spline point in there. And then do we have one over here? I really can't tell. I don't think we do we? Ah, yes we did, good. I'm going to delete that. Get that. And then... not attached to there. Not attached to there either. Yes, attached to there, good. This way. This one will have to be moved to there. Bring that over like this. Have a look at the bunyip and then let's continue. Okay, and then I can bring this out so that it fits the curve a little better. This one as well. XDDD. It looks fun. I like it. Agreed. He's got so many started truck projects for the game, but so far he's only released the Scott A2 HD. If he's anything like me, he'll have lots of highly detailed but incomplete Trainz routes he's been working on for years. I mean, don't we all have some of those laying around? Looks over at old computers, TRS-19 install. Luckily I've got backups of mine, so nothing there is actually lost. It's just currently inaccessible. Plus I wouldn't really need to access it anyway currently because, well, I'm working on the MVR. If you couldn't tell. And if you couldn't tell, then, well, I don't know what to tell you. So that's not straight, but the edges, hold on. That's odd. It looked, although I suppose maybe that wasn't straight to begin with. And no, that is not what I wanted. Hold on. Okay, this needs to be moved in very slightly. Okay, that seems good. Ah, I've not heard about him playing Trainz. Although, there is a list of his started ATS projects if you're interested. Some of which are released, mostly the trailers. What's the MVR? Ah, well, I'm glad you asked. So, I think that we can... Okay, well, there are a number of different ways that I could show this to you. But I think the best way would be to go for a nice little stroll. So, this is where it begins, or ends, depending how you look at it. But it's got multiple different endings, so that's one beginning. And, well, there we go. I think that this is going to be very interesting and filled with lots and lots of very interesting and vigorous conversation that will keep everyone awake for eternity, basically. And everything will be very, very, very clear. So, if we look on the left, we can see that there is a station building where we are actually currently still working. And then we can go over there, and then it's working there, and that's fine. Right, and then walking over here, we just have to be careful not to fall over that bridge or off of that bridge and just step off of it here. And you can see that it might not look like this is where the route ends. And I mean, this is really the last ending I have to show you of the route at the moment. But if you look over here in that tunnel, on the other side of that tunnel is literally just a portal where trains can vanish into or appear from. So there is no further route beyond this tunnel. Although this tunnel is quite a nice asset, one that I have used basically since the very first time I made a route in Trainz back in 2008, because I really, really liked how this looked on the inside. Because it looked like, well, for one thing, I liked that it had lights, and it looked like there was rock on the side, maybe even a little bit of moss on the ceiling up there with the yellows and stuff like that. So that is the MVR. I hope that you also liked the table for all the industries that I showed you. But yeah, so I think that should clear things up of us through. Merthyrdale's Mexford Interurban, Ansley Island are for broad gauge route Eastern and Western Railroad. Plus a few others probably. I mean, I could just release them as is, and people would be like, oh wow! But in my heart, I know it's not done. True. I mean, there is the old saying that art is never completed, but only ever abandoned. Which is true to some extent, I think. Melford Vales Railway, Northern Culture. I see. Stroll. Malt vinegar route. Time. Shadow's just simulated me falling asleep. Well, yeah. I know this. Lumberyard. Silver Falls. It's the table? Yeah, the industry table. The products and stuff like that. So, what I want up... Actually, did we finish? No, I didn't. I needed to... Sorry, it's been so long since I worked down here. I know we're going a little overtime today with showcasing all of that, but I think I can make a little bit of an exception and go for another hour or so. Right, so yeah, I wanted to place down the traffic lights and then continue to work on the design of the station up there. And I need a stopping line here. Another hour? Correct. Yeah. Okay, that I need to put down there, and then... Actually, that's fine. Ish. 1 second. There we go. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Let's just save again. Also, in case you need something to watch when the stream is done, I would suggest you have a look at this. Okay, so what I want over here is I want this line to continue. Basically, I want there to be a loop. So I want this line to continue all the way down here, and then the other lane, although actually maybe not all the way down there, because if I do have a loop down here, then that wouldn't work otherwise. So I think I'll use the thick lane, the solid. There we go. The thicker solid one. Probably going down to there, and then over to there, and then back to there, or something like this. Basically just having a nice little loop. Although I do hope that this will actually end up looking at least somewhat round. Yeah, that looks quite good, I think. At least for Trainz. Yeah, that looks reasonable. Oh, around 2.5 seconds delay. No bus, no fuss. Okay, so I'm then going to add, I don't know if I want the white line to continue down all the way along the wall or not. But I'm going to add the white line around the outside here, and then I want parking in this bit. So I don't know if like I said, I don't know if I want the white line going all the way across that, or if I want it to not do that, basically. Indeed. Although this needs to be moved outward a little bit more. This one needs to be moved like that a little bit more, just to maintain the lane width. Ish. Hold on. So I do like how that looks. Had a quick skip through. It looks lovely, but the night makes it a tad tricky to see what's going on. Well, a little bit, yeah, but I mean, come on, a cab ride at night in the rain with all the lights on and passing the stations, doesn't that just feel cozy? With the occasional trains passing and stuff like that. Trainz, I would remove the double yellows in the loop. You wouldn't overtake that anyway. Trainz, I do love that feeling. No, this isn't for overtaking in the loop. This is just so that you know that you can only go this way around, because that is essentially the other lane just crossing back onto itself. And then especially if I put, I don't know, maybe some sort of planter, big planter or something in the middle. Oh yeah, single yellow. Oh, you thought this was a double yellow going all the way around. Ah, yes. So the thing is, do I want these two lanes just to cross along there, to go along there like that and be done with that? Or do I want to open it up so that the line, the white line, goes along the actual station front like so, and then to there. Maybe that would look better. But then if I do that, where would that end? Because, I mean, or is that even necessary? I'll fill it in with the asphalt now, and that might make it look a little, well, might make it a little easier to judge how it should look. Okay, and then I'll put a little bit of green in the middle because I'm probably going to want some sort of planted thing in here, but probably with splines, just so I can visualize what it looks like. Although that was a little too much. So, I mean, to have the loop there, actually, maybe I can just have a little sidewalk along this part of the loop. Maybe just up to there. And then this can loop around to, I have no idea where, maybe just have it connect up onto there. Oh, nope, did not mean to press that. Yeah, and that might be all that's needed ish. Yeah, because then you've got that separate. Yeah, of course it does. It connects to the spline point there, so that the curve is right. Yeah, it is centered, but that's deliberate, so that the curve attaches correctly. Okay, so although, why would you even need the loop if you've got this area over here? Because if you come up this way, then I suppose if you're picking someone up, then you might just be able to drive over here, have them be picked up, and then drive around the loop without having to cross over to the other side of the margin. Could I just trade? I could, but I don't want to put the time into that detail now. Let's try putting in some of the parking splines. I don't know, where did I? One second. It's annoying that it doesn't allow you to kind of cycle through the items if they're named the same. Okay, well over here, let's try some angled parking along this way. Although, no, that doesn't look good. Let's just try some normal white parking, normal white straight parking along here. like so. I know it looked good, but it looked a little odd in the corner. So would you really have cars parked like that over on this bit? Or would that more realistically be on the other side and the road continuing on the left? Could have taped the corner off. Maybe. Okay, well let's have another look then. That's the wrong one. That's the right one. Although, yeah, for it to match the angle, it would have to come up to there. Although I guess maybe we can match the Saxon instead. Yeah, like that. I do actually quite like how that looks. Yeah. Okay. Why not? Just could have taped off. Yeah, precisely. It looks so good. It does look good. Then what do we do over here? Because I want to have parking in this area as well. So, let's see. Over on this side, let's try the straight parking perhaps. Let's try that. And then a little bit over here as well. Yeah, that's plenty of space for 2 cars to get through. But then what would you have over here? If anything. Maybe that should just be grass. Or maybe I could have some sort of utility building back here or something like that. If this was the UK, you might even have a tiny little roundabout in here. You know, one of the painted on bump ones. Okay, well, let's see. Do we have any sort of planter splines? Don't think so. Let's have a look. And then category spline. Is there anything like that? Well, no, basically. I mean, no. Let's have a, although, I was going to say let's have a look at the other station I built, but I think I just used objects there, like in the middle here. Actually, maybe I didn't at all. Oh no. Actually, here we are. Yeah, so that is, maybe. It is it's the wall splines with, I think, some green splines in the middle. Maybe that could work. I'll place some of these objects down over here. So then I'll put down the green stuff first. So then I can actually tell what angles I can work with. For example, over here, actually that's the wrong one, I want the 4 meter one. So I can bring this down to just about there. And height-wise, let's try around there. Okay, so if I bring this over to that corner, well, let's do the other corner first. Bring that over to that corner, then that over to this corner. And maybe even raise the grass spline up a little bit. Just so that it's clear that there is a difference. Oh, I thought that was straightened. Oh, apparently I didn't straighten this one. Okay. This spline doesn't really do the whole curving thing very well. Well, at least it's got room to grow. Oh, sorry, no, that was grass. My mistake. Okay, and then this one can only go up into that corner. And this can connect to there. However, that doesn't look very good, so I'm going to separate these spline points, and that's not going to work because of the height. So I've got to set the height to these two spline points first, and then I can separate them. Sounds like I'm doing chemistry. I mean, technically we're all doing chemistry all the time, but you know what I mean. Wait, it doesn't curve? Just the taller AJ's walls. No, it does curve. It's just got quite big distance between the curves. Well, between the vertices on the curves for the mesh. And no, the tall AJS wall would probably just... You mean the retaining wall, or do you mean a different one? But I can just add loads of spline points in the middle here for it to rotate. The wall, Paradise. Okay, well, I mean, this one appears to be working well enough now. But I do want a few more spline points in there. Justin Cakes wants them too. Just hope that it doesn't look too... Actually, that can work. Because the texture does look a little compressed on the side, but since the compression is the same along that whole stretch, I think it's okay. But I do need a couple more in here. Even though this is straight, I think that I do really need those just to keep the same look of the texture. Although maybe not. Maybe it's completely unnecessary. Okay, now let's try filling it in. Yeah, once it also had windowed versions. Not sure what you mean, but I'm already running Trainz in windowed mode. Haha, I hate chemistry. Never understood it. Was always a physicist. But doesn't chemistry, along with everything else, use physics? That's most definitely down to the teacher then. I had many different chemistry teachers. Some of them were good teachers and some the same for other sciences. I just never understood the subject. I didn't completely get physics either, but I'm okay with it at it. I don't think anybody completely gets physics, because if anyone completely got physics, then that one human, assuming they would be human, would comprehend the entirety of everything. So yeah, I don't think anybody completely gets physics. Also, this is going to be tricky to get right. Especially with all the totally non-hypnotic, non-confusing spline points. Yeah, I can't see anything like that. Hold on. Yeah, that spline point is poking through a little bit. I've got to move that out. But then I've got to add in another one there. That one's poking through a bit as well. I'll probably add a couple more in here. Trying to make sure that they're roughly equally spaced, so that the pattern repeats at a roughly the same interval. At least along the curve. Okay, that's poking through. Why is that lower down over here? Why? No, go on, be raised up. There we go. Talking of physics, during my trip to the uni's physics department, they showed us how different types of radiation can be visualized using a layer of alcohol in a cold chamber. Oh, is that with the where it vaporizes because the radiation heats up the alcohol vapor a little bit, and so you can see those rays of alcohol vapor. Is that what you mean? The motion of the radiation causes an evaporation trail in the alcohol. Alpha was thin and fast, beta was thick and slower. Ah, there you go, yeah. Alright, interesting. Parent to child. Be raised. Come on. That sounds like the sort of thing you might you might say in The Sims. Come on, be raised already. What do you want, a birthday cake or something? Oh, you do? Ah, well, okay, we'll just pop down to the shop. No, we're in negative $3,000 again. Why? Have you not been working while I was busy collecting gems with... Okay, you haven't been working. Oh, you were stuck in the shower again for 3 days. Okay, well... Oh, and there's the Grim Reaper. There you go. That was my impression. True. Hello, Serious Calking. Welcome. Got about half an hour left on the stream. Yawn. Parenting tip 101. Skip through parenting by telling your kid, be raised. Come on. Dollars? Simoleons. Yes. Paragraph symbol. Right, so... I do quite like the way that this looks. However, I think we might... Do I want some sort of barrier along there? Nah, I think it will be fine. Maybe if and when I put streetlights on here, I think that'll be good. Let's have a look for... like I want like maybe a utility thing. Something a little bit larger. I remember some of these assets. Yeah, something like that, like a utility shed, some might say. I didn't delete anything else, did I? No, good. Yeah, and then I think this could just be positioned back here, so something like that. Streetlights? In this day and age, in this country, in this state, localized entirely within this city? No, 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 no. The state isn't localized entirely within the city, nor is this day and age, or the country. Okay, well, now what am I going to do with this little bit back here? I think that's a very good question, and I expect a very good answer. I guess I could just fill this in with pavement. Although I'll have to have the retaining wall come over again to meet the tracks, because I want the road to come in a bit closer to the tracks. Let's just put some pretty trees in there for now, and then... But no, I'm not actually joking, I'm being serious about that. Move some of this down a little bit. Also, Kango, do you know what those flowers were called that look like the ones from The Sims 3? I think they might have been STRMM ones. Do you remember? I think those might be useful here. Is it just STRMM flowers? Nope. Those would look good here, perhaps, but... Actually, no, that's not it. Oh, did you use them on JP1? Okay, I can check, apparently. Yes, okay, I will definitely do that. Definitively. Oh, hold on. That's not what I meant. I did just save, yes. Okay, let's have a look then. I haven't actually flown around this route yet. What? What do you mean 23, 29? Oh, was a bit of a reference to this. Oh. Um... I see. Now, where was the supposed flower on this? Somewhere, maybe? Mickey School, welcome back. Or Mickey, cool. Where is the stuff? Where is the stuff? Let's just let it load in for a bit. Or actually, did you place most of the assets on the session layer or actually on the root layer? Because I did only load the root, not the session. The stuff over here appears to be on the correct layer. I'll go over to the session then. Well, I'm looking for flowers on Kango's route to put onto my route. Ah, that already looks somewhat more promising. Give it some time to load in. There we go. Ah, and are these the flowers? Or they are different ones? Or maybe they're all in the same category? I don't know. No, I don't think that's them. Ah, these are the ones I used. Ah, here. These ones. These ones are the ones. Okay, lovely. None of them are just coming up now. Emichu, can we keep the flowers? Yes. What time does the stream end? In 25 minutes. Ish. Okay, sure. Yeah, I can tell that the MVR takes significantly longer to load up than JP1. Fun fact, the ever-popular Steamed Hams kit, which I linked before, was from the episode 22 short films about Springfield. Interesting. Just wake me up when it's finished, please. Thank you. Oh, it's loading in. Oh, no, come on, wake up. Wake up, you're supposed to wake me up. Don't dream of snow. Don't dream of snow when we've got a route to load. Come on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, just clear that little bit of haze out of your eyes. Although it is still loading in. I should tell you what, wake me up when it's finished loading in, please. Thank you. Oh, get those lanterns out of my eyes. I'm awake. I'm up. Ah, yawn. Okay, so let's have a look at those flowers. Not that one. No, not that one. Hold on. 1 second. Let me just quickly switch back over to this one. Oh, did I not actually grab it? Did I accidentally grab a different one? Although I was sure that it was one of these. Might have accidentally grabbed the wrong one. No, that's not it either. Yeah, there are so many STRMM assets. It would take ages to scroll through all these. Yeah, at this point it's probably just faster to just go back to the route, the other one. And, ooh, that looks lovely. And, ooh, actually, I mean, while we're over here, I might as well see. Could I maybe place that in there? Would that be too large? That would be too large. Unfortunate, but maybe there's a different one that looks a little bit similar. That one might work. In there somewhere. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to quickly just go down at the end of them. Oh, well, I can have a quick look and see if it is actually there. There. No, I can't see it here. No, just gonna quickly go back out and check again. Flowers, reveal your secrets. Yeah, I accidentally clicked on the bush there. Oh, it's ST flowers. Speed tree flowers, not STRMM, whatever RMM stands for, flowers. There we go. See, you were kind of right with the first one, the first thing. Oh, speed tree. I never put that together. Ha 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 ha. Oh, no, there we go. Okay. Right, just let it stabilize for a moment. There we go. There we go. Great. Okay, so now, having the knowledge of ST flowers, let's see if these actually work here. Oh, no, wake up, come on. Oh, there we go. Although Trainz has still not loaded in, so maybe you would have been better off just sleeping for a little while longer. Yeah, there are a lot of assets in this area to load. New Penzance is probably the most densely detailed, like, large area I've ever built to Trainz. Okay, now let's get rid of some of these ones and test and see if these ones work better. Or maybe a mixture of these ones. Yeah, I think those work better. So it was all worthwhile. Glance at the time. This just reminded me of Minecraft and how things sometimes turn out there. We have grand plans for building stuff, and then you get distracted by flowers. Right. Please. The Sims 3 mode active. Oh yes. Isn't that a thing? Isn't that a game that Mr. W recommended back in 2020? That I should play The Sims 3 for a bit on stream? I think it is. Right? Actually no, I don't want that one there. We've already got loads of this kind of flower over there. I'll put it over here instead. And I'll want the more reddish one over here, which is this one. It's almost right. And you just need to bring the flowers a little bit closer to the edge there. How does that look? Yeah, I do really quite like how that looks, although this does need to be brought a little bit closer. Step right up, flower, flowers, step right up. Do the flowers seem a tad dark for the grass? You see it from the tracks at a shallow angle like this, so it doesn't really matter that much. Really? I don't recall that. He did recommend beamng.drive and human:/flat though, dash, the former of which I've done back in mid-2021, and the latter of which we've done mid-2021-present. Ha. Yeah, I think Mr. W did. I think he did recommend that at some point. Let's save. And what would it look like with a little bit more green stuff in the middle? Yeah, like that. That green stuff, I mean. A little bit like that, and then maybe lower it down slightly. And one more rotated properly. Rotated properly, a bush can achieve many things, visually speaking. With the proper equipment and trainer, of course. Okay, I think that actually works quite nicely. So as you look over there, you've got just a little bit more green. That ties it in nicely with the green around the edges. Yeah, I do like that. That looks lovely. So I want to quickly put in some cars. I know we didn't get to building this square there, but at least the station's mostly finished now. I will still have to put some stuff on the platforms, but we've decided on the design, built a large section of it. Now I just need to find my cars. Where did I leave my cars? I know I left one in Wolverhampton. I know I left one over in Helsinki, although I think that sunk. Where did I leave all the others? I wonder. Oh, Slough, of course. Yeah, I always forget about the one in Slough. Parking garage, right near the station. Ah, good shout. Also, where did I have... I had some of the singular cars over here somewhere, didn't I? I think I did. Yes, back here. Ew, Slough. Aww. That's why its third level has been clogged for months now. I see. And then I'll just want a couple of these in front. And yeah, I was thinking having a couple of taxis out front here as well, maybe. Or, actually, maybe the taxis could just be parked here on the sidewalk. I mean, that does sound like the sort of thing that the taxis might do, don't you think? I mean, with a sidewalk this wide, it wouldn't really be much of an inconvenience. So maybe they wouldn't do it then. There we go. Couple of taxis waiting there as well. Maybe one more here. Yeah, I do like that a lot. A bus stop would probably also be good, like a local bus. What do the bus stops look like in, say, New York or something like that? Would it just be a shelter like this? Or what do you think? Also, I do think we'd need some sort of pedestrian crossing, because that is a thing I've forgotten here. No, this is no. This totally bodes well for city skylines. I think it would make most sense to have it over here. Ooh, actually, maybe a zebra crossing. Or zebra crossing, as I should say. Just like that. And then let's just put in... Actually, does it need the edge things? Probably doesn't. Probably. Though it does need to be lowered down significantly. Not that significantly. Then get rid of this. How does that look? Maybe get rid of the white line as well in this bit. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to delete. There we go. Not that much. Does that work better? Yeah, then I'll bring this right up to the sidewalk. Okay, that looks good. I like how that looks. Now chat and then... Well, actually no, thumbnail first and then chat. No, that's not what I wanted. How do I get a good angle here? Maybe just like that? Let's try that. Ooh, maybe something like that with the trees over the front a little bit. That seems exciting, does it not? No, exciting, not exiting. No, don't go. Although I'm not sure how much of that you can actually see on a thumbnail from that angle. Actually, that one's pretty good. You can clearly see the retaining wall and the cars and stuff on there. So... I've been trying to draw cats, to no luck. To replace my lost badge, I think I've just drawn a raccoon here. I mean, raccoons are basically cats, only with more thumbs. It was my favorite badge, and I don't think I could replace that with my own badge. I don't know. I haven't seen the original, and I haven't seen your attempts at replacing it, so I really couldn't tell. Would be nice if the next proper Crazy Taxi title included a map editor. Imagine if someone built MVR in that. Shadows, it would not be the Russ bus stop. Well, I don't care what it's called. Does it vaguely fit design-wise? I think it does. I may replace it if I have one that fits better. But I think the basic little boxy design with just a bus on the sign with a little timetable beneath it fits quite well. Oh, it looks weird. What looks weird? My station doesn't look weird. I know, you didn't mean that. That is quite unfortunate. I'm sorry for the loss. I'm sure it's nice. It has that personal charm, sure. Let's have a look. Aw, can I show that on stream? The tail attempt also looks non-existent. Is it okay if I show that image on stream? That's adorable. Buster looks like a crossbreed between a panda or coon and a cat. Yeah, just not quite what I set out to draw. It's not really my style either. I won't admit it though. I mean, you could always add tail. That should help with the cat feeling. Yeah, please don't. It's great art. There. It's meant to be a tail. There's meant to be a tail. It just looks like the back of the body instead. Didn't mean Bodge. I did mean Bodge, but Badge works too. Oh, the one you lost. Yeah, if you wish. Okay. The one you lost. And the one you made. There we go. One looks significantly more like a panda, and the other one looks significantly more as though it is bored around a painter's shed. One thing you missed are or maybe you deliberately didn't put it in, I don't know, are the whiskers. Also, it might look a little bit more like a cat if the ears were slightly further up on the head, because I think the ears are the main thing. I think, yeah, the ears. Maybe if the ears were a little bit further up on the head. Although I haven't spent that much time looking at cats as you have, so maybe it isn't right. What I'm saying, I mean. Okay. Passenger, upon getting into taxi, hey, park closer. Take me to New Penzance Telehay station. I'm lost somewhere in California with a truck full of dynamite. Well, at least you can now blow up the wall so that you've got 40 acres to turn around. No, don't say it looks like a panda. I mean, it's a good thing, though. Pandas look cute. Bored around the painter's shed. Could print it out again and put it on the metal cutout. Yeah, I mean, if you got a photo of it, you could just print it out and then maybe put it, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, you could print it out, laminate it, and then cut that out and glue it on some metal. But if it's a badge, then maybe the metal part would not be advisable. I tried whiskers, but couldn't make them look good. It's a red panda. No, it's clearly black and white. I don't have the capabilities to do that, and the card cut out is a tacky plastic case. Doesn't feel the same. Also, it doesn't feel right to steal someone else's work. I've noticed that it had a heart for a nose, which is just, aww. Imagine that, having an anatomically correct heart for a nose. Actually, no, don't. Please don't. Please don't. Whatever you do, don't lose brake air pressure while barreling down the interstate. I mean, just replace the yarn ball with some bamboo and you'll be all set. Spiritual successor to your cat badge. I mean, I would certainly appreciate that if you added some bamboo to your new badge design. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. We didn't make as much progress in the areas that I thought we would make, but we did make significant progress, because this looks so much better than it did before. Right, so yeah, it's the end. We've gone past midnight. So, good night. I love how the station turned out as well. Also, on this side, I may actually add another retaining wall and then maybe put a little bit of parking down here as well. So we've got parking on both sides, but we'll see. I'll see you later for Monday, for MC Monday. True. Yeah, later, exactly. Oh yeah, good night, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Mr. Snipes, if you're still here. Good night.